What if the same salary that barely covers rent in a cramped apartment in New York could buy you a penthouse with full-time staff, private driver, and weekly island getaways? Thousands of Westerners have discovered this secret in the Philippines. But there's a specific number you need to hit. Miss it, and you'll live like a local instead of royalty. What I'm about to reveal will completely change how you think about wealth. First, let's shatter illusions. The Philippines isn't just a cheap vacation destination. There's a massive divide between how locals and wealthy expats live. And you don't want to be on the wrong side. The average Filipino family survives on 29,000 pesos monthly, roughly $500. That's less than many Americans spend on groceries alone. But here's what nobody talks about in those living cheap in Asia blogs. There are actually 3 different Philippines. Which one you experience depends entirely on a number I'll reveal shortly. Miss this by even a few $100s and you'll live in a completely different world. Philippines number 1, local lifestyle. Street food, jeepneys, basic apartments, constant money worries. Many budget expats end up here, missing the real experience. Philippines number 2, comfortable expat life, nice condo, decent restaurants, occasional travel. You're doing well but not living the dream that brought you here. Philippines number 3, where the magic happens. You live like Filipino royalty, where your Western income goes ridiculously far. But accessing Philippines number 3 requires a specific threshold. Here's something shocking. That threshold is lower than you think, but higher than most people prepare for. Get this wrong, and you'll wonder why your Philippines experience feels ordinary. Here's the truth. To feel genuinely wealthy, not comfortable but rich, you need 330,000 pesos monthly. That's about $5,500. Why? Because 330,000 pesos is the official threshold for the top 1% of Filipino earners. But here's the twist. While this puts you in the top 1% locally, smart Westerners can live like the top 0.1%, billionaire-level lifestyle perks, because you know how to navigate the system. There's actually a sweet spot between 150,000 and 330,000 pesos where something incredible happens. You enter the expatriate advantage zone, where your money multiplies impossibly. Imagine what 250,000 pesos monthly, about $4,200, in Manila can do for you. You get to live in a 2-bedroom luxury condo in Bonifacio Global City with floor-to-ceiling skyline views, pool, gym, 24/7 security, and concierge services. To access this lifestyle in New York, you'd spend about $8,000 minimum per month. However, it would cost you around 120,000 pesos, approximately $2,000 per month. But cheap rent isn't the game changer. It's what happens next. Live-in housekeeper for 15,000 pesos monthly? That is $250. Suddenly, laundry's done, meals prepared, home spotless, errands handled. You're not saving money, you're buying back your entire life. Add a driver for 20,000 pesos, never sit in Manila traffic again. While others stress about commutes, you're working or relaxing in the back seat. Now here's what most people do not do. Most people don't calculate this hidden benefit. No cleaning, cooking, driving, or grocery runs gives you 25, 30 extra hours weekly, almost an entire extra day. If you're working remotely at Western rates, those hours are worth thousands in additional income. That 35,000 pesos, $611 staff expense isn't a cost. It's an investment that pays for itself. But this creates the compound luxury effect, something impossible anywhere else. Weekend getaways to Boracay, Palawan, and Siargao aren't annual vacations. They're weekend escapes. Round-trip flight to Boracay, 8,000 pesos, $140. Beachfront resort, 15,000 pesos, $260. Total luxury weekend costs less than a Manhattan dinner. Do this twice monthly. You're living like a jet setter on a coffee budget. But Philippines money buys something Western money can't. Instant social elevation. The Manila Golf and Country Club membership? This could cost from 1 million pesos up front. Sounds expensive, but you're not buying golf. You're buying access to Filipino elite networks, politicians, moguls, old money families. You're not another foreigner anymore. You're an insider. Business opportunities appear. Connections happen naturally. Social capital explodes in ways that take decades back home. Wealthy Filipinos know this secret expats miss. Real power isn't how much you spend, it's where. A 5,000 pesos, $90 dinner at the right place beats 50,000 pesos, $870, at the wrong one. But there's something even more powerful, unique to the Philippines. Being wealthy in the Philippines isn't about money, it's about freedom. Not financial freedom, something deeper. In Western countries, being rich means being busier. Bigger house, more maintenance. More possessions, more responsibilities. Higher income, higher stress. The Philippines' wealth creates the opposite. Your staff doesn't handle chores. They handle your entire domestic life. Housekeeper becomes personal assistant. Driver becomes logistics coordinator. Wake naturally, no alarm, breakfast prepared. Work few hours while everything else is handled. By afternoon, drivers ready for a business meeting or beach day, your choice. This isn't vacation mode, this is daily life. And here's the crazy part. You don't need millions. The magic number is probably less than you're spending now for a modest Western living. These are the actual luxury lifestyle numbers. Prepare for shock. For a 250,000 pesos, monthly budget, $4,200. BGC luxury condo with skyline views, 120,000 pesos, $2,000. Full household staff, 35,000 pesos, $600. Fine dining and entertainment, 40,000 pesos, $700. Weekend trips and experiences, 30,000 pesos, $500. Private health care, 25,000 pesos, $400. This lifestyle costs $15,000, $20,000 monthly in San Francisco, Sydney, or London. Your money doesn't just go 3 times further. It goes further while buying a better quality of life. But what does the Philippines ultra-luxury actually look like? Before we continue with the video, if you're getting value so far, could you please take out just 2 seconds of your time to like this video? This means a lot to me. I appreciate every single like on this video. Thank you. So what does the Philippines ultra-luxury look like? At 1 million pesos monthly, $17,000, you're living like Filipino royalty. Literally. Sprawling Forbes Park mansion with pool, garden, and staff quarters. Full team, housekeeper, cook, driver, gardener, and security. Lifestyle is completely untethered from normal limitations. If you need a week's rest in a private Palawan villa, your assistant books it. If you need to fly to Singapore, the driver's waiting for the airport run. Here is the mind-blowing part. Even at 1 million pesos, you're spending less than the ultra-wealthy pay for a similar lifestyle in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Tokyo. More luxury, less money. There's still one layer most people never discover. Smart expats know this secret. The Philippines has a hidden luxury economy that only insiders access. While tourists pay resort prices, connected expats use parallel systems. Private islands offer monthly memberships instead of nightly rates. Exclusive restaurants have family pricing for regulars. Luxury services operate on relationship rates, not posted prices. Your 1 million pesos budget suddenly buys a 2 million pesos lifestyle, but only with access to this hidden economy. Now, here's the best part. This isn't about speaking Filipino or local connections. It's about something most expats completely miss. The Philippines operates on relationship currency. Once seen as long-term resident versus temporary visitor, doors open that you didn't know existed. Now, here is the dark side of this all. Let's address what cheap paradise videos ignore. Living wealthy here has psychological challenges nobody warns about, but those navigating successfully find something worthwhile waiting. 6 months of this lifestyle doesn't just change location, it changes your relationship with time, stress, and possibility. Back home, time poor and cash-strapped despite a good salary. Here, time rich and stress-free. You pursue passion projects instead of just paying bills. Your brain works differently without money worries, household exhaustion, and commute stress. But there's one transformation most never anticipate. The Philippines' wealth revolutionizes health. Maybe the most important benefit. World-class private healthcare at third world prices. Executive checkup at Makati Medical. 50,000 pesos, $850. Same in the US, $5,000 to $8,000. But lifestyle itself becomes medicine. No traffic stress. You have drivers. No exhaustion from chores. You have help. No skipped exercise from no time. You have nothing but time. Year-round tropical weather means naturally more activity. Fresh fruits and vegetables are dirt cheap. Stress disappears when the biggest daily decision is working from a condo or a beachside Boracay cafe. 60-year-olds reverse decades of health problems just by moving here. But one catch could ruin everything. Timing your move is everything. Most get this catastrophically wrong. Wrong visa setup traps you in expensive tourist mode, paying tourist prices, unable to access insider benefits I described, plus seasonal elements. Arrive in certain months, pay premium housing prices, but arrival in favorable months, landlords practically give away luxury condos. Serious about this lifestyle? Arrive with a proper financial setup. Philippine banking, international transfers, tax implications. If you get it wrong, that 330,000 pesos budget becomes 500,000 pesos for the same lifestyle. Here is one more factor that determines love versus hate for your Philippines experience. This separates thriving expats from disappointed ones, understanding the social ecosystem. The Philippines has a complex social hierarchy. As a wealthy foreigner, you automatically enter high level, but only understand unwritten rules. That 1 million pesos golf membership isn't about golf. It signals permanent residence, community investment, worth knowing. Master social integration, and incredible things happen. You don't just live in the Philippines, you become part of the power structure. Business opportunities arise. Investment possibilities appear. Network becomes net worth. My final revelation ties everything together. Now is the ultimate secret. The Philippines' wealth isn't just about spending existing money efficiently, it's creating multiplication opportunities impossible elsewhere. Prime Manila real estate appreciation rivals any major city at accessible entry prices. Business opportunities abound with local connections and Western knowledge. Expats starting with 330,000 pesos monthly budgets, within 3 years earning 1 million pesos monthly from Philippines investments and businesses, while living dream lifestyles. The Philippines doesn't just let you live richly on less, it gives platforms to become actually rich, but only with a strategic approach. Which brings the moment of truth. Real question. What's your current monthly income and quality of life? Earning $5,000 plus monthly, but still stressed about money, doing own chores, sitting in traffic, postponing travel and experiences. You're living below potential. The Philippines offers something no other country can. Living like a global elite while earning a middle-class Western income. The question isn't whether you can afford this move. Question is, can you afford not to? I made a video on the hidden costs of living in the Philippines. It helps you understand the price you need to pay for trying to live a cheap life in the Philippines. It's such an interesting video. Do click to watch it now.